Welcome back to our channel, a place where we share emotional and inspiring family stories that remind us of love, sacrifice, and the invisible threads that tie generations together. Today's story is about a daughter's journey to keep her late father's dream alive. It's a story of resilience, loss, hope, and the power of promises that transcend time. Emma grew up in a modest house on the edge of a quiet town. Her father, John, was not a rich man, but to Emma, he was the richest soul she had ever known. John owned a small carpentry workshop, a place filled with the scent of fresh wood and the gentle rhythm of hammers and saws. For him, the workshop was not just a livelihood, it was an extension of his heart. Every table, every chair, every carved piece carried his love and pride. From a young age, Emma would sit on a stool in the corner of the workshop, watching her father work. She remembered how his hands, rough and calloused, would gently guide hers when she tried to carve her first wooden bird. He would smile and say, "Wood remembers, Emma. It remembers the care you give it, just like people remember love." That phrase became etched in her heart. Life was simple but beautiful. On Sundays, John and Emma would walk by the river, talking about dreams. John often spoke of expanding the workshop, maybe one day teaching others, creating a place where craftsmanship and stories could live on. Emma always giggled, imagining a big workshop filled with laughter, wood dust, and creativity. But life has a way of changing suddenly. When Emma was just 19, John began coughing persistently. At first, he brushed it off, telling Emma not to worry. But soon, the cough turned into weakness, and the doctor's visits brought grim news. John was ill, and time was slipping away. Even as his strength faded, John never stopped smiling when Emma asked about the workshop. One evening, as the sun set and painted the room with golden light, John called Emma to his side. Holding her hand tightly, he whispered, "Promise me, Emma. Promise me you'll keep the dream alive, even if I can't." Tears streamed down Emma's face, but she nodded, her voice trembling. "I promise, Dad. I'll keep it alive." That night, Emma made a vow that would shape her entire life. After John passed away, the house felt unbearably quiet. Relatives suggested she sell the workshop, move to the city, and live her own life. Friends told her she was too young to carry such a burden, but Emma could not let go. Every corner of the workshop whispered her father's presence. The unfinished chair in the corner, the tools neatly arranged on the wall, the smell of pine wood still lingering. It was as if John's spirit was alive in that place. The first years were brutal. Machines broke down, bills piled up, and customers were scarce. There were nights Emma cried on the workshop floor, clutching a piece of wood, asking herself if she was strong enough. But each time she remembered her father's voice, "Wood remembers." That memory became her strength. To survive, Emma worked multiple jobs. During the day, she repaired furniture for neighbors. At night, she studied design at community college. She often returned to the workshop after midnight, working by the dim light of a single lamp. Her hands blistered, her back ached, but her heart burned with determination. One winter, when the heating failed and the workshop felt colder than the snow outside, Emma nearly gave up. She sat on the floor, wrapped in a blanket, staring at her father's old workbench. Then she noticed a drawer slightly open. Inside, she found a small wooden box with her name carved on it. Inside the box was a note in her father's handwriting. "For Emma, because I believe in you." That moment broke her into tears, but it also reignited her spirit. She realized that keeping the promise was not just about survival, it was about honoring love. Years passed, and slowly her efforts bore fruit. Emma began designing unique furniture that combined her father's traditional craftsmanship with modern artistic touches. Her pieces weren't just functional, they told stories. A rocking chair engraved with lullabies, a dining table etched with patterns of family gatherings, a bench carved with symbols of hope. Word spread, and soon people from nearby cities came looking for her creations. She named the workshop John's Promise, transforming it into a brand that represented love, heritage, and resilience. Each customer left not only with furniture, but with a piece of a story, a legacy passed down through Emma's hands. Emma often stood at the doorway of the workshop, watching the sunset as her father once did. She would whisper, "I kept my promise, Dad. Your dream lives on." And in the silence, she felt his presence, smiling. The lesson is profound. Promises made with love are not chains that hold us back. They are wings that help us rise. Emma's journey teaches us that honoring those we love doesn't mean sacrificing our dreams. It means transforming them into something greater. Sometimes, the greatest way to show love is not by holding onto the past, but by carrying it forward into the future. Emma's story is not just about carpentry or business. It's about resilience, hope, and the unbreakable bond between a father and a daughter. It reminds us that love never dies. It simply changes form, living on through our actions, our choices, and the promises we keep. Thank you for staying with us through this emotional journey. If Emma's story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who might need inspiration, and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt family stories. Remember, the promises we keep for those we love can transform our lives and inspire generations to come.